Netflix is producing AI-generated ads starting in 2026. And the reason they're announcing it now is probably just to secure investor money, because what other reason would there be? Or maybe to get people's anger out now so they don't actually care, when they start doing it in 2026. Or maybe it's just the fact that this tech is not ready yet because it's just not. From what I understand, AI-generated video has a maximum amount of time before it basically just bugs out and doesn't really do what it's supposed to do anymore. There's basically just no object permanence. Like if you move the camera, the thing you're looking at changes, and if you look behind you, it's gone. There are just a lot of issues with AI-generated video, so it would make sense that Netflix isn't introducing it now because it's just frankly not ready. And these ads would play when you pause a show, in between shows, and in the middle of shows. So just everywhere. And this is just how Netflix currently plays ads. They're literally just saying, we're gonna replace our normal ads with AI-generated ads. And apparently 2/3 of Netflix subscribers have the ad tier, which is kind of crazy to me. The reason I like streaming services for a while was because there was no ads, and when they started adding ads, I wasn't paying for those tiers, and then when they, all got terrible, I just stopped paying for all of them. How do I watch media? I don't know. Think about it for a second. I think it was Gabe Newell that said something like piracy is a distribution problem or something like that, and yeah, it definitely is. I'm not paying for 10 streaming services out of your mind. But the response online to this has been kind of what you expect. Either people just don't care, they're not talking about it, or they care a lot and they're talking about it a lot. And personally, I really don't get the point of announcing this yet, unless it's just for investor reasons, and then it makes total sense to me. Especially since it's literally just announcing that we're doing AI-generated ads. That's all Netflix said. What I thought they were going to say was that they were going to be personalized, because that's the reason you would do AI-generated ads. Like, I have seen some dystopian examples of ads being AI-generated and tailored to specific people. That is the only real reason I think you would do this and announce you're doing this. Because if the tech is truly that good, you should just do it and not tell people. If I was Netflix anyways. I don't like that, but if I was Netflix, that's what I would do. But honestly, I think the tech for advertisements with this kind of stuff is just too early. And Amy Reinhardt, the Netflix advertising person that's in charge of ads, claims that Netflix watchers pay just as much attention to ads as they do the actual show, which is just a really clever way of saying they don't pay attention to anything on Netflix at all times. And you might think I'm exaggerating on that, but no, Netflix literally makes shows with the concept in their mind that you are going to be looking at your phone. They have said this proudly. Netflix is already assuming you're not paying attention. So this is a funny way of her saying that, yeah, no one's gonna care about your ads anyways. But I'm really not even sure what this would exactly be, because the thing you'd want to advertise on Netflix is probably more Netflix shows, right? So I don't know why you would make like an AI-generated version of Wednesday. That doesn't make much sense to me. And if it's for products, what is Netflix selling? And doesn't it have to show like a real product in the ad? I know food has to show like real food, even though it's like a really stretched definition. But I feel like if you show me a fake version of a product and then I buy it and it looks nothing like what I bought, that's probably fraud or something, right? I don't know the specifics. I just know this is kind of weird and I think stupid. I kind of want to be mad, but at the same time, I think this is going to either blow up in their face or it's going to actually just be to a point where I can't even argue really against it. And it's also like, what are they going to be advertising? I really want to know. The only real point I'm seeing with all of this, the common trend, is this is for investor money. I think that's it. I think the idea to a dumb investor who has no idea what he's talking about, because none of these people do. Like, let's be honest, guys. The investors who have been investing in ChatGPT, a actual money pit of billions of dollars, are really just hopeful that this stuff will work, and they have no idea if it will or not. They're just gambling. The idea of not paying people to make an advertisement is really appealing to these investor types because they have no idea how this tech works. So I think Netflix is just selling them the idea that eventually our stock will have infinite growth because we won't have to pay anyone to do anything. I think that's all they're really doing. I can't think of another reason as to why besides personalized ads. It's the only other thing. The personalized ad thing is a real thing that companies definitely want to do. I think Facebook in particular wants to do this a lot. And I mean, Facebook kind of tried it with their whole like avatar thing you can talk to, like on Instagram. Like, what do you think those were for? They were going to sell you stuff. That's the only reason they existed. And I mean, Mark Zuckerberg already talked about how he wants like everyone have the AI friend, which really just means he wants his, his corporate AI in your life to tell you what to do. That's all it really is, which sounds conspiratorial, but what other reason is there? Like, Mark Zuckerberg already has manipulated his website to do certain things. Like, he already caused a civil war in Myanmar because he kept promoting hate on Facebook. That is not a joke, by the way. What else would his AIs do besides tell you how to think and tell you what to buy? Like, seriously, I can't think of a single thing they would do besides manipulate you. So realistically, I don't know what Netflix is doing besides like trying to pitch to investors or trying to make personalized ads. The personalized ad thing is the only reason I can think of besides besides investor money. I could be missing something, but like, I really don't know what else this would be. But if you want Netflix to not do this, the only way to get them not to do this is if you see one of these ads, just unsubscribe. That's the only way people are going to stop this kind of thing from happening. You need to actually vote with your wallet. You can't just say you're going to do it and then not do it. I'm looking at you people who said you're going to cancel it after the password fiasco, and none of you did. Like, seriously, the Netflix subscribers skyrocketed, and now every single other company is doing it. So fantastic. I'm so glad we're here right now. But yeah, I assure you that if this works for Netflix, other companies will do it. They did the same thing with password sharing. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Blue Sky down below as well. And I have Discord as well. Have a good one. Click the answer if you want to check out more of my content. And bye.